Hello guys, welcome back to my new video. Today we are going to start a new chapter of a new class, that is class 10th, real numbers. Now before starting this lecture, I'm going to tell you a few important things that are really important for your class 10th. Okay, first of all, don't trust on the NCERT. NCERT is only for reference and this statement is officially told by the CBSE. Okay, so don't really depend on the NCERT book, solve other books. Because the CBSE board exam in which they will ask any question, like any question, they can generate any random question as they please, or they can take it from any book that they wish to. Okay, so try to solve as much material as you can and don't depend on the NCERT. I'm telling this again. Okay, now, and second thing is understand the concepts, understand the basic concepts. And before starting class 10th, if your ninth basics are really weak, then try to make them strong. Okay, because ninth and 10th, the syllabus is almost connected, because in ninth we had triangles, circles, and we also have these chapters in 10th as well. Real numbers in ninth, real number is 10th also. Okay, now, don't think that since the NCERT is really small, the syllabus will be also easier. Okay, it won't be. They can ask any question. So let's begin. Now we're going to first see the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, and in which first let me differentiate between composite numbers and prime numbers. First definition: composite numbers. If it has at least one factor other than 1 and the number itself, it is a composite number. I will write it down. If it has at least at least one factor other than 1 and the number itself, then it is composite. Okay, it is composite. Now for example, here we have 4, 16, 18 or 24. Okay, now let's see. For 4 there is 1, then 2 and also the number itself, right? For 16 there is 1, 16 also, then 2, 4 and 8, right? Like this there should be more factors. One number first is 1 and second is the number itself. Other than that there should be another number. Even if you have one more number, one extra number, then it is a composite number compulsory. Okay, now let's see prime numbers. Prime numbers, if it has no factors other than 1 and the number itself, then it is a prime number. Now basically the opposite of composite number. It should have only it should have only one or the number itself as its factors. Okay, now for example, here we have 2. 2 only has 1 and the number itself 2. Then another 7, 3 also, then 5, then 9, sorry, not 9, 11, 13 and 17. Such numbers are called prime numbers, which can only be divided, which can only have factors 1 or the number itself. That means 2 or 7, or the other number should be 1. Now there is a small thing that you guys need to know before starting this chapter. Okay, because in some tricky questions, not basically tricky, but there should be some memorying power also. Now, do you guys know what is the smallest prime number? Smallest prime number. If you can answer the question, then do it in the chat box. Okay, so I will tell. It is the smallest prime number is 2, right? Because Here we can see here also the smallest number is prime, and 1 can neither be prime nor it can be composite. Now smallest composite number is what? It is 4. Okay, because 4 only has 3 factors. First is 1, number itself, and 2. That's it. If you take 6, it will have 3 or 4 factors. Okay. Now let's talk about co-prime numbers. Okay. Now co-prime is really important to solving word problems. Okay. In which they will ask for proofs. Prove that root 2 or root 3 or 3 plus 2 root 5 or 6 root 5 is rational. Sorry, it's irrational. Okay. So co-prime, this concept will be used there. Now co-prime are the numbers whose HCF is 1 only. Okay, it can be a number itself. They are the numbers whose HCF is 1 only, nothing else. Now here there's another way to write HCF, A comma B. Well, if you have seen this or noticed it in some question in NCERT question number 4, exercise 1.1 question number 4, or it is, yes, it is question number 4. There they have given like this: HCF is equal to 304 and 657, and it is equal to 9, and its LCM is 304 657. Now I don't remember the exact numbers, we can cross check in the NCERT book. Now here, well, when I was solving it at the first time, I got confused too. Okay, so now don't worry, HCF and LCM, you can say that first HCF into LCM equal to product. The numbers that they have given in the bracket for HCF and LCM, they are same because they are the product of the numbers. Okay, product of the numbers. Okay, and here they have given value 9. So now this question has now been really simplified. You can do it on your own. So I won't solve it here. Now let's discuss factor tree. Factor tree. Now sometimes in the questions they ask that write the factors of an XYZ number in factor tree form. Okay, or do it by the factor tree process or method. So this is really easy. There's nothing more to it. Suppose I have a number 140. Okay, 140. Then I will draw it like this. You have to do the exact same. Okay. So here I will write 2 and here I will write 70. Then below 70, now 2, it cannot have another factor. It is the smallest prime number. Sorry, yes, smallest prime number. Now 70, it has factors. Okay, 5 and 35. Wait, sorry. It should be 2 and 35. Okay. Now 35 can also be simplified. It can have more factors. It is 5 and 7. Okay. Now as we know, 5 and 7 cannot have factors more than 2, which is 1 and a number itself. So there's no point in making that even more lengthier. So this is how you have to draw a factor tree of any number. Okay. And this is asked in the CBSE also. Like, not particularly that write it through the factor method, They have only asked it in some other question and you have to do it like that. Prime factorization basically. So in case you don't want to write prime factorization like this by the boring method, you can do it like this because CBSE approves this. And they will also give you marks on this. Now let's talk about the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay, it is a really big name. Okay, now this is like the soul and heart of this chapter, and also proving that root 2 or root 5 or any irrational number is an irrational number. Okay, so I will mark it over here. It is really important. Now in this they have mentioned only one specific thing you need to remember. You don't need to read all the things, just one specific thing, and fundamental theorem of arithmetic ends there. Now listen carefully, I will do it with a red pen. Composite number is equal to product of prime numbers. This is it. That is all you need to remember. Okay, this is really simple, or there's another way that I can explain this. It is any integer greater than 1 either be a prime number or can be written as a product of prime factors. Now in order to explain this, I will give you an example. Suppose example, I have 6. Now 6 can be written in a simplified form. Not only just 6 as a one digit number, it can be written in a complex product of prime numbers. Now I have already told you what is a prime number. Prime number is a number which has only two factors, which is 1 and a number itself. So 6 can be written as product of prime numbers, Pn. I am writing short form prime numbers Pn as 3 into 2 or 2 into 3. Now there's one thing you need to guys you guys need to realize. Okay, you need to guys, first, order of the number does not matter at all. Even if suppose a factor is 56 or suppose the factor is 31, yes 31, a random number is an xyz number and the factor of it comes to be 31. Now it cannot be divided, right? It couldn't have more factors other than one and number itself. So you can write it at the first also. Let me show it. Suppose x, y, z number has a factor 2 into 3 into 5 into 31. Even if you write it like this, 31 into 3 into 2 into 5 or any other way you wish. Okay, so board exams are only of 3 hours, right? So you can write in any order. If you're in a hurry, write in any random order. Just the numbers should be correct and understandable to read. Okay. If they are not understandable, the examiner will cut your marks right there. Okay. So write them neat and clean. If you're in a hurry, just don't care about the order. Write in any order. Fine.